Good afternoon. So we had Sindhi talking to us in the morning, then we have a Parsi Baba, then we have a Gujju Baba, and now the Banya here. So as I'm a Banya, I'll be talking more about the business and to share with you a few ideas about why Komori makes a lot of business sense. We are all facing with one single problem, and that's shrinking of margins. Selling prices are always going down and the costs are just going up. And we have an area of concern right in front of us. Ever diminishing margins is a big problem which we all face. And what we want to project here is, with a Komori machine, we can reduce the cost of production and thus increase your margins. We can't go back to our customers to increase our prices. Of course, we can go back if we have solutions from Amit. He can charge anything. But for the rest of the people, where we are competing with a normal printing job, then the only way we can compete is by lowering our cost. And that's what my focus is today. So I'll divide my session into these three groups: commercial printing, book printing, and packaging. And I'll take just one solution for each of these groups. We do have a lot of solutions, but we'll focus on one of them for each of these groups. Let's look at commercial printers. Short runs is the name of the game. Wastage, paper wastage, is something which, if we can control it, will reduce our cost. Space, especially in the city like Bombay, is very, very critical. And a commercial printer which is struggling with recession today would want to do some amount of book publishing, would want to focus something about packaging. Can we have one box which can do all the things for him? And offset first strategy. Beyond 100 copies, we can get offset which is equivalent in terms of cost to digital. And so, up to 100 copies, digital of course is convenient, but beyond 100, can we do offset? But when we have to do offset, can we do our jobs in 30 minutes? Or is it going to take like full day before we can deliver the job? So I would like to introduce this particular box from Komori, Enthron 26/29. 26 is a 1926 size press, and 29 is a 2029 size press. And it's been a very successful press for us. It can do a job in just 10 minutes. A 500 impression job, if you have, right from make ready to the finish, can happen in just 10 minutes. If you have a lot of jobs, it can do 70, 80 jobs, people have done. A lot of our customers have done 70 to 80 jobs in about 14 to 18 hours. And not one, Printvic has covered perhaps half a dozen of those customers for us. And it's just a practical thing. It's not something which is available only in the brochures. The size of the press is convenient, 21 feet by 9 feet. So it can fit perfectly in the galas of Mumbai. Takes very less power, just about 25 kilowatts. Prints from 0.04 mm thickness to 0.6 mm thickness. So gives you a big, convenient range of printing. It does not use alcohol. For that matter, all Komori presses do not use alcohol. We have eliminated alcohol from all our printing presses. If you have a lot of long run jobs, one can target about 200,000 impressions a day. And at the end of it, it's convenient and it's available at a very good, affordable price. Just to tell you, we had a Lithron model, very successful model. What we have done with Enthron is, we have taken the feeder and the 4 cylinders, the printing cylinders from the Lithron. And only the delivery is slightly modified, and the prices have also been reduced. We have seen that one Enthron is equivalent to at least 2, and if not more, up to 3 presses. We have had cases where a customer has replaced 3 of his dominant presses with one single Enthron, and is able to produce much more than what he was producing with his 3 dominant presses. We have had case where we are installing an Enthron again in Delhi, where the customer has 2 Heidelberg presses. They're old, they're very old. So, that's being replaced by, I don't want to sound negative about it. Heidelberg is a very good press, no two ways about it. They're old presses, and they are being replaced by one single Enthron. And we have seen a lot of savings on labor, wastages, power, maintenance, everything. We have seen cases where you can really replace those two presses, bring one single press, and make a difference. The costings can reduce to in the range of almost like 2 lakhs per month just by replacing those two presses and bringing in one single Anthron press. And we also have a 1926 press, which is not so popular. But if you compare 1926 press with a 2029 press, just the plate size difference, and if you are doing a lot of short runs, then we have seen that the plate cost itself is in the range of 1 lakh rupees that you can save. And so over the life of the press, let's say if you keep the life of the press as 20 years, it's a lot of money, 2.4 crores. So one has to consider what kind of a press he wants. As far as we are concerned, we sell both the presses, the 1926 size press as well as the 2029 size press at the same price. Okay? So the choice is up to you, what kind of a press you want. If you want more flexibility, of course 2029 is the size for you. But if you are focused on cost, 1926 is the press for you. So having understood that this particular press may make a lot of sense for us, let's figure out how we can bring it into our system. And so what we have done is, what most of our customers have done is they've managed to sell one of their presses, get that money, use that as a margin money. Most of the finance companies, whether it is Siemens, EFL, Tata Finance, they just keep the machine as the collateral. There's no other collateral required, right? So you get your margin money from selling your old press. You have the machine as your collateral, and the savings which you get from your the savings that you will get from your monthly usage of this press can get out a part of your EMI, right? So you balance your cash flow, right? You don't have to kind of bring out a lot of money from wherever. You just sell your old presses, get your cash flow in for the margin money, get your balance EMIs getting covered from your cost savings, and you're home. And then you have a life of your press which is another 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, whatever. Right? The challenge I have seen is not convincing my customers about buying this press. The challenge that we face, the challenge is not to get the finance, the challenge is not to convince that this is a good way to go, the challenge is to sell the second-hand presses. This is becoming a big challenge. So for those who have kind of taken the front seat and they have started to move in that direction, they've been able to slowly palm off their old presses and they are able to bring it in. So, so that's where the challenge is. We close the deal, the finance guy goes, he closes the deal, and then we are waiting for the margin money. And that's what doesn't come so fast. So we have sold about 50 odd these machines in the country in the last few years, and it's really been a success story. It's today now the #1 press in the country for the small format presses. It's already taken the throne for the small format. It's really good, and for all commercial printers who want to consider reducing their cost, they should look at this very seriously. Let's look at the book printers. Again, the challenges of commercial printers remain similar to what they have in the book printing situation, but the margins are even lower here. In the commercial printing, you still have a chance to make some more money, but book printing is absolutely cutthroat. So we have the margins pressure much higher here, and the books are getting fatter, and the run lengths are getting smaller. So again, here we introduced the LA37, the 37 size press, which is a 25 inches by 37 size press, 25 by 37. This particular press was introduced just about a couple of years ago from Komori, and since its launch, it's been a roaring success. Again, in this particular press, when we compare to a 28 by 40 size press, the savings is in the range of 2.5 lakhs per month. In terms of plates, in terms of power, we kind of can save about 75,000 rupees just on power. We don't use alcohol, so that's another saving. We don't have ink duct foils, so you don't have to buy those. Lubrication of gripper pads, not required. So lots of these, when we add it up, it's in the range of 2.5 lakhs. Just comparing our 2840 press to a 2537 size press. Now, if you have an older 2840 press, whichever brand, right, the savings become even higher because the make-ready wastages on a brand new press, of course, are much lesser compared to our old press. We can talk about second sheet register, which of course you can't do that on an older press, right? So that's where the savings start to go up even further. So just by buying, instead of buying a 2840 press, you buy a 2537 size press, you become more economical and become more viable. So that's where, again, this particular press has made a lot of difference to some of our customers. Just day before yesterday, I met a customer in Delhi. He bought this press 3 months ago, and he has printed 1.25 crores in just 3 months. And now he has some older presses which print like, he says, yaar, ye to bilkul snail pace pe kaam karti hai. So he wants to dispose those ones also. He is printing about 180,000 sheets per day, 24 hours. So while an older press of his is giving him about 45,000 per shift. So it's exactly half. Again, the same methodology applies here. Sell your 40-inch press, get in the margin money for the 37, and then the savings will help you with your EMIs. And you kind of sell your old press, renew your press, have a 20-25 year additional life to the press. It just makes a logical sense. You reduce your cost, and within about 3 years, you have kind of recovered your money, right? Mr. Bowman was talking about this very strongly, and it just fits in here. We also have a 237P, which is a 2-color 37-inch press with a perfector. And again, we have seen if you have lots of single color presses, about 3 or 4, they simply can be replaced by one single 237P press. Same logic applies. The amount of savings, it can do about 400,000 impressions front and back in a 24-hour cycle. So again, a lot of sense if you have a lot of single color presses floating around. So again, this particular press has done wonders for us. It's been a boom success for us. We have almost about 12 to 15 such presses which are already either installed or in the process of coming in this financial year itself. It's been a very successful press for us, and not only for us in India. This particular press was launched only for keeping India and China in mind, but it's been a success worldwide. This particular press is one of the presses where we don't get deliveries on time. I mean, it has a longer delivery time. We'll commit you the delivery time and we'll deliver it to you on that time. Let's look at packaging. Again, we have the margin pressure. It's capital intensive. The pre-owned presses that we have in the market may not be rightly suitable to you. The operators are not available. The support for UV presses is complicated. Safety norms need to be taken into account. All sorts of things. Again, the media is very expensive. If you want to do metallic, on PET, acrylic, plastic, the cost of your wastage will be very, very high. So packaging has its unique set of problems, and for that particular area, we have a LS632 press. LS632 with a coater, 632 means 6 color, 32 size press, with a coater, with IR dryer, and with a K-dry. K-dry is the latest introduction from Komori, which is a combination of UV plus HUV. HUV, as you all know, or perhaps if you don't know, I'll let you know a bit shortly. It is the very economical way of printing, basically. Printing HUV is hybrid UV or hyper UV, whatever you may call it. It's been a revolution. We have about 400 presses now worldwide running HUV, and let me talk about it a bit later. Now look at the various sizes that this particular press can take care of. The size of the press is 24 by 32. Now the various boards that are available in the market, most of them, rather all of them, fit into this particular size, 24 by 32. Right? Of course, 105 makes a lot of sense for those who can afford it, but 24 by 32 also makes a lot of sense because you can cut your board by half or by by fourth, and you're there. HUV, as I was talking about, reduces your power consumption to 25%. And as you all know, UV requires a lot of power. It reduces your power consumption to 25%, not by 25%, to 25%. Right? And we feel that that's going to be the way UV is going to be moving over a period of time. So with K-Dry, you can use your oil-based inks, you can use UV-based inks, and you can also use HUV-based inks. So you have an option to do all different types of inks with one single machine. Right? Ideal for short-run packaging. Because the size is smaller, you can control your job much better. You can control your quality. Your wastage is lesser because you are using a smaller size paper, and it fits snugly between a 40-inch pre-owned press, where you will end up paying EPCG and you will end up paying a lot of expenses before it starts to run, and a 40-inch brand new press. It just fits in snugly in that particular price. So you get the price of your choice. You get the press which is futuristic in nature. You can do HUV, UV, everything on that particular press. And it's a brand new press, so you get all the benefits of a brand new press, savings on paper, first sheet register, all those things. Gives you a life of 20-25 years on the press, and you're not spending too much money. So although 105 does make a lot of sense, and for packaging companies who have big boards to print, 105 does make a lot of sense. There is no two ways about it. But a 24-32 size press is also making inroads. We have seen success with this particular size, and about 3 of our customers have already ordered this particular press from us in just last 6 months. Because Komori is not so well known, I'll take a few minutes just to talk about Komori. Last year when we got the area of South India and Western India to handle, I met Fahim, and Fahim invited me to come into Print Summit, and I said, look, I'm not ready. But this time we were ready, and so we are here. So a few facts about Komori. It is a world leader in heat set web printing. We have about 9 brand new presses in India, and a lot of second-hand presses which are in India already. And heat set web, we have a very strong market share. Komori is also a world leader in currency printing, and all the Indian rupees are printed on a Komori. Komori Chambon is a world leader for super high quantity printing. So typical cigarette boxes, match boxes, Tetra packs, that's where Komori Chambon comes into play. And again, we are very, very strong in super high quantity printing. Credit card presses, that's again one of our strong areas. Credit card printing again is very, very complicated. It is at times 10 color jobs, 12 color jobs, and they need to be done on a 6 color press. So you need to rerun the job. It's a plastic, so it's pretty complicated. The delta variation requirement of a credit card press is very stringent, and so all that is met by a Komori press very successfully. And very recently, Mr. Benny Landa, we all know him. He was trying to, during Drupa, there was a confusion whether he'll go with Heidelberg, whether he'll go with Komori, whether he'll go with Roland. He's finally decided that he's going to go with Komori. And so we'll have a press which will be a Benny Landa head with Komori engine. And they have ordered, Benny Landa and company have ordered 430 presses from Komori. Right, so this from the digital front as well, moving forward, we see a lot of things coming out of Komori family, which should be very exciting. Again, the HUV technology is pretty interesting. Some people have tried it, some people have heard about it, some people have kind of discussed about it, but they want to wait and watch. But we predict, moving forward, that classical UV will be replaced by HUV. It will take time, but that's where the direction of UV printing is. It's only a matter of time. Quickly, we have the Lithron series, which is very popular. The Super Perfectors, which are again a very unique combination from Komori. It's always well known for very low maintenance cost and cost of ownership. I'll move on because my time is already flashing. Just to tell you, Kumori is the new leader in the offset press industry. We have the highest market capitalization in, Kumori's market capitalization stands higher than all other competitors today. And we will be installing more than 30 brand new presses just this year in India. A few facts about Insight. As Fahim said, we are a 200 crore company selling Kumori presses, Kodak CTPs, HP machines, Soma, and all that stuff. We have a unit in Pune where we do ebooks. We have done about 10,000 ebooks till date. So that's another division of ours based out of Pune. And we've also tied up with Soma for CIF Flexo presses. We are also in the business of ceramic printing and textile printing. So just a quick introduction about Insight because not many people know about it. That's about it from myself. Thank you very much.
So we have an extraordinary firm, extraordinary panel. The format is going to be fairly straightforward. We'll have one round of questions, after which I think Iqbal steps in with being a devil's advocate in a way, and then we have a second round of questions, after which I think we keep it open to the audience in terms of a Q&A. So that's broadly the format of today's session. I'll start off with you, Narendra sir. I mean, we have been speaking of many things in terms of ROIs, RMCs, and things like that. How difficult is it for a medium, and this is a question that we've been talking to a lot of small and medium-sized print firms, that they have to innovate, and to innovate they need to add machinery. Machinery is fairly expensive, and then you have pitches by machine manufacturers about the ROI structure and so on, which are fairly misleading. Sometimes it ends up eating into your profit lines, into your bottom lines, top line. As someone who has never shied away from investing in the best of equipment at all times and your own growth path, what is the one advice you would say to ensure that the RMC, ROI is does not become a parasite to the balance sheet of an organization?
Actually, when I was given the topic, top line or bottom line, nowadays if you see most of the pictures, Hindi pictures, Telugu pictures, there's a tagline for every movie, something and tagline. So the tagline for this, "Ek koi puchne ki baat hai." So it is, business is, the goal of business is to make money. And if you're not making money, then the whole point is lost. The point is, I think whether top line, bottom line is not the question at all. Finally, we have to make money to keep it running. And if you really look at your own, how you're investing, whether you're pumping the money back, if you're putting the money, let's say you're buying the raw materials on time, you get a much better price. If you pay after 60 days or 90 days, you get much, much higher. So the margin goes down. So you're you're running the things, but you're really not adding anything to your system. You're not making it efficient. So as the various things which we'll heard in the morning, unless you're very, very clear on all those things, your margins will go down. Believe me, in the last time we raised prices for printing, from 100 rupees to 125 rupees for a small format, 1825 or 2026, was in 1996. After that, it never rose. So after 1996, it's always been at 125. But the point is, your own improvement of efficiencies, your own systems, everything, those make the profit. So as they said, it's going down, coming up. How do you make your money? But you have to make your money. And over the years, replacing machines, getting the efficiencies much higher, that's what has been happening. And I sincerely think, without any doubt, it is bottom line, and we always do that. There are jobs